today is 5th of February, Monday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available up there. Something that I was taking a look at in my previous video, right? So there's gonna be most likely five videos that I'm gonna be making today. I don't know. I just don't want to get in trouble with the process, but this is one example of the process and how it can look like. Yesterday I was taking a look at some of the strategy outlined for or by UK's government in increasing the number of people and activity level, right? Perhaps like what of the people can be more active or living a more active lifestyle, right? It kind of works on the surface until perhaps I need to secure a customer. So in this video, let's take a look at where we can find a customer. So if I were to design the training courses potentially, instead of even perhaps having the training courses within the UK, we can fly those people out into some of those islands, right? And we can design 5 day grueling, intense workout routines. We can even do that. We can do that. Most likely would be too much based on the age of individuals and everything, right? Well, perhaps would be I would structure it so it will life skills 5 days courses and perhaps 2 days off so we can enjoy some time off, right? So that potentially how the training course can look like. Let's see how we can potentially secure customers, right? Even previously, I was taking a look at even fire department, right? I think that's a social services, but I don't know, right? So, social services perhaps that would be NHS and health that people can receive, right? Health service providers, right? But that would just an example of teachers. Would that be a social services? Let's take a look at what I would be able to find. So if I would be able to secure first customer, that would be a good start. Perhaps one of the social service providers that could be potentially my first customer when it comes to these courses, right? That would be a beginning, right? So if I could have one of these institutions, and I would have a contract of number of people, let's say 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, right? If they can offer me 200 people, and I could have this kind of course rolling for 200 people, that would be great. 3 months in a year, and we can move those people, shake them. We can we can give them a grueling training workouts during those camps, right? We can just teach them life skills, depending on the age of the people and or perhaps level of expertise. If it's someone who has been with the industry for over a decade, we can do a management course so they can develop their skills, right? When it comes to perhaps problem solving, strategy management, we can do those kind of courses. If it's someone who has been within the service for up to 2 years, right? He might just getting to know what he needs to do there, right? Perhaps you can teach them just life skills would be great. So that is more on the basic side of things, right? So social services that it was defined as, so I don't know if it's accurate or not, but that would be child warfare. Mm, welfare, I don't know. So if I counted, there might be a lot of women there. I guess that would be great. I guess if they're interested in, I don't mind sending some emails there. Most likely, people again don't understand. I think they don't know what to do, and I'm not necessarily talking with the right person when it comes to this particular area. Let's progress. Adult services, support support for adults with disabilities, seniority, and individuals facing. Something that I have was taking a look at this morning. They had this exactly the same strategy where they were discussing only quarter of adult services, and it's something that was sports. I was taking a look at. They had the same strategy. That was something that I was taking a look at yesterday. Financial assistance, I don't know. Perhaps we can do something there as well. Perhaps some people could use some additional training there so they can become more productive or active when it comes to economy and society. I don't mind doing it. Well, from there, we're progressing to mental health services. Something I was taking a look at this morning. That was with the teachers. They might need some assistance when it comes to mental health, so they might have undergoing a lot of stress, so to say. But I don't know, but that would be just an example of teachers, I would say. Healthcare access, so would that be NHS, right? So perhaps some government institutions, so I could perhaps reach out and see how I could potentially work with them. From there, let's progress on employment and or training services. Okay, without this, so the job center. I have reached out to some of the people in the job center, and it seems that everyone's very laid back over there. So perhaps we can improve when it comes to some understanding. I don't mind taking some of the people from a job center on 5 day of training routines. I can find a very good personal trainer who shakes some of the people there to improve some of the numbers, because I think unemployment rate is very high. So we can read by increasing some of the staff in the job center. So if it's unemployment rate as of now in some of the cities 40,000, right? So let's take some of the staff from a job center and shake them a little bit for 5 days. So people will take it more seriously, I guess. From there, let's progress to community development. Even something that I have shared previously last week, there could be some of the services, non-profits, community development services. I have reached out to a number of those, and there's no response. So even some of the services could improve. Again, we can take a couple of people from there, shake them a little bit for 5 days. So people will take everything more seriously. Since I'm trying to engage with them, there's no response, right? I could design myself some of the tracks that they would need to overcome. So perhaps a little bit of of a challenge. Some of the people, that's what they need in life, right? That's maybe just an example that was given to me, right? When I think about social service, I'm thinking about perhaps health services. So that would be NHS within UK, police force, and perhaps firefighters. That's what I would consider social services. And perhaps saying thanks and acquiring a first customer. That would be ideal customer, where could always perhaps have a little bit of time off, a little bit of improve skills, additional personal development. That would be great, I think, for everyone involved. I don't know if, as of now, there's a lot of strikes taking place where people not necessarily agree with the pay and how much money they are receiving. So I don't know about the money and everything. I don't know all the details, right? So perhaps there's a lot of things happening, right? But either way, so that perhaps would be ideal customer, and something I myself I need to reach out to you and see if I could have selected individuals being sent to additional training and or some of the camps. So that would be kind of great, I would say. Just for argument's sake, so it's something I was taking a look at this morning, right? So there was an email sent it to me, and that would be apply for senior mental health lead training grant. I don't know, perhaps it's a big problem, right? So let's start with that. There might be a big problem. Okay, so once we said this might be a big problem, right? So there is a training, and I don't know a structure, I don't know everything what's happening here. I haven't taken part. I can perhaps chat to the team and see how myself I could potentially help this team in solving problem that they might set for themselves, right? I have begin noticing more and more organizations, government organizations, would have that would be in case of the fire, there was a person responsible for perhaps taking all the people out, right? In case of emergency, someone would be a person who can put a bandage on, right, or call ambulance, so to say. And there's another trend that's happening, right? Within depending on what social services we're taking a look at, there would be mental health lead. So some of the organizations will have a lead where if you need some assistance or additional support or you someone to talk to, they might have a person there. So it might be a big problem. That's what I'm saying. So perhaps I can reach out to this organization and see if they might have the funding available. So for me to secure a first customer, so perhaps that would be another way of doing it, and that would be Department of Education. Usually, if I would reach out, I would structure an email, and there would be 500 words. Person would say, "I don't understand what this email is about." There would be 4 words response. So that's usually why other things would happen. Myself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book. That would be a book with regards to livestock enterprise and where you could potentially begin and learn these kind of things, right? Within this book, I'm taking a look at how you can progress and have a goal That would be zero financial goals we're gonna be taking a look at, and how that's where everyone would begin, and how you can grow from zero. Progress to the first one, 10,000 euros dollar sponsor, how you can achieve that. I'm sharing a lot of information within this book, and I'm looking to share this book with as many people as I can. Hopefully, more people would begin and or at least consider the business and begin acquiring customers and succeed. So that's really very important information, and in particular, first milestone and how many people can achieve that. If it's something yourself you're interested in, you can find it. QR code in the corner, company's website below. I think I have a person, but just in case, someone who has have degree in sports psychology, so it might be a little bit different, but that was just an example, right? The person is already in Tenerife, so I could potentially do something, so to say, but I don't know all the details. There might be requirements of having a very particular person with very particular qualifications, and that would be a very important subject, right? So, if anything, what I'm looking to accomplish, that would be offering support to social services in order to achieve some of the goals that they have set to themselves. And I would be looking to secure a contract, ideally for long-term contract for large groups, perhaps so up to 200 individuals a year. So if I would be able to receive this kind of contract, that would be great. That would be ideal beginning of this kind of venture, and just getting myself the right person who can make this kind of decisions and how I can execute on that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one.